Hey guys, this is silverlava and welcome back to part 3 of my room-to-room tutorial. In this episode we're going to be going over rooms 17 through 24. There'll be times in the description if you want to look at just one of those rooms. And we're just going to start this right away because I want to move fast. So, room 17. In this room it's a maze, just like the previous two rooms. If you go over here, where there was a button in the last one to give you fire resistance, this time it's a button that gives you seeds. Now this room was another suggestion by Lego Scar, and his suggestion was, I have it here. As I walk, I'll read it. So his suggestion was where you have wheat, and you have to lead a cow through a maze that is made of glass, and you look, and you're looking down at it. Yeah, okay, so basically, he was going to say that you have a cow, and you're leading it through a maze, and you're leading it using wheat. Now I changed it a bit. Instead of a cow, I have a chicken, which means obviously instead of wheat, I need seeds. And I chose a chicken instead of a cow just because chickens are smaller and they're a lot easier to fit in spaces like this. But other than that, it's basically the same. We have a maze looking down through the glass and a chicken that we're leading through it. But other than that, it's the exact same maze, but with a slight difference that instead you need to lead the chicken through. And I found that the chicken actually follows you from pretty far away. You don't have to wait for the chicken. You can just walk ahead and the chicken will follow you. Like, I don't even have to stop, and I can go all the way over here, and the chicken will pathfind to you. Right? Maybe I'm wrong about that. Okay, I'm wrong about that. I will be right back when I get this guy to look at me again. Alright, the chicken's following me again. Here we go. So, okay, you can't get too far away from the chicken. You have to wait for it a bit, but it's actually, you can actually get a lot farther. Okay, so, in the previous version of this map, before I changed the download link, this used to just be the same color glass and the sign wasn't there. But people took a long time to find this pressure plate, even though it's the exact same place it was in the last room. So I added this green glass so people could find it easier, and I added this sign to make sure people knew what to do. So this says, walk on white, jump on green. And the other part is just a joke, I don't know. But basically, the way to get this chicken on the pressure plate is jumping. When you jump, the chicken will follow you on, and you get jump boost. And then you just go back to the same exact place in the ceiling, in the last room, jump up, if I can make that, there we go. Jump up again. You don't actually have to jump up, you can just press it from down here if you want to, by just jumping. If the jump boost runs out, I'll show you in a second here. You can just press it by jumping from here. Well, I've done it before. There we go. Yeah, there you go. Alright, moving on to room 18. Okay, so the next room, room 18, was another suggestion. This one is by Green11, who I know, so it was just a message over Skype. This says, brewing room where they have to brew potions to use to get to the next part. So that's basically what this room is. You have to brew a single potion, because I thought more than one would take too long. It's a fire resistance potion, as shown by the sign over here, and you just have to collect the ingredients. And the ingredients you find in buttons around the maze. So the first one is over here, and all the buttons have a background to them. They did not before I updated the map, but some people took a while to find them, so I put those backgrounds on them, just to make them easier to find. So I think there's 4 buttons around. That one gives you a glass bottle. Then you have to go over here. The second one is right over here. Gives you nether wart. Then if you continue around here, the third button is actually this block right here, which a lot of people took a long time to find, but now that the block has changed, it's pretty easy to find. But you do still have to go around to press the button, which might take a bit. So let me run this all the way over here, and down around here. This is a new part of the maze. And there you go, there's a slime ball, and then we need blaze powder to make the magma cream. And the blaze powder you just get from the button that's in the same place as the pressure plate has been. So you can just press that through the wall, since it's, you know, not on the ground. And I went the wrong way, because I totally know this maze. Okay. So going back this way, not the other way. Now that we got all these, all we need is the water bottle. And the water bottle you get from the water source. Now you can go over to that water source and get it from there, and the way I'm going to do it is, if you forget to do that, you don't have to go all the way back. I just want to show that you can actually get it from up here by doing a bit of jumping, I guess. if you come over here, and over here, all the way back, and then go over here with the water bottle, and you stand right here, you should be able to jump and get the water that way. I know I've done this before. There we go. Yep. You have to stand against this back wall over here. So back up, jump and click, and it's pretty easy after that. Here, I'll show you again. There you go. So that's an easier way to get the water bottle if you forget to fill it up. Okay, and then all you have to do is put this in here. You don't need 2 water bottles, you only need 1, but I got 2 for demonstration. So you need to put the nether wart in there, and while that's cooking up, you need to combine the blaze powder and the slime ball to get a magma cream, which is what the sign over here says to do. So you got a glass bottle, check, water bottle, check, nether wart is going into the water bottle right now, and we're about to put a magma cream in. And as soon as that's done, it'll make an awkward potion, then you put this up here, and eventually, it'll brew a fire resist potion. And in the meantime, we can drink our water bottle, because why not? And it's halfway done, so we can go get another water bottle, because why not? There we go, more water. I have no idea where that just went, but okay. And fire resist potion. Okay, we can throw this away. Even though it'll clear our inventory anyway when we finish this. So now we gotta go all the way back around the maze to get to that lava right there. And there you go. So there's water down here now. Like you saw, that's where I got the thing. And now you can just drink this fire resist potion and go up here. And then you're done with this room. Moving on to room 19, where I am on fire. Okay, room 19. This is definitely one of my favorite rooms, just due to the fact of how tricky I made it, I guess. A lot of people, when they figured out the solution, they didn't even realize that they figured it out until they found the button. So, this is again a maze, except it's a really confusing maze, since the blocks are completely strewn about. Now, when you fall down here, I'm going to do what almost everyone does, and go over here. So, it might look like there's a lot of ways through, but there's really only a few paths you can go, which I'll show you. Right here, you can continue along this way a bit, but you get stopped right here. There's nowhere else you can go from here. And over here, you can go over here, around here, and you can either go to the side and jump up, or go over here and jump up. And then out to here, around here, and down. Okay, so down here, there's a lot more blocks strewn about, and there's lava in the floor, so you gotta be careful of that. And if we make our way to the back of the room, there are 2 signs that give hints on where the button is. So when I eventually make my way over to there, because I don't know the exact route, I think it's this way. Nope, not even close. This way? Yeah, here we go. So you gotta jump over here. I will find my way eventually. Here. There we go. We found some place. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so you gotta jump over here. And back here is the first sign. You gotta do a little parkour and you get a sign. Alright, so the first hint for the button is where's the button been for the past 3 rooms? And if you remember, the past 3 rooms, the button has been on the first floor in the ceiling of the first floor. Remember how we had to swim up the lava? It's in the exact same place in this room as well. And the problem is, how do you get there? This sign over here says, hint, the route to the button does not include down here, so get back up the stairs. That is true. We don't need to be down here at all. The route completely includes up here, so to take a shortcut, we can just go in the lava. There we go. And respawn up here. Now, this is the thing that a lot of people took a really long time to find. And some people found it without even realizing they found it. You had to get on this block and jump, sprint jump up to here, right? And then I saw so many people jump up to this block, look around, and then jump back down. And I was, honestly, people that did that, I was yelling at them because the passage is literally just right here. This is completely separate from the rest of the room. You gotta fall down here. There's no way back up because you found the right way. Around the outside of the room. That's very difficult to see. And over here, and there's actually a way down here. Now the interesting thing is you cannot see this passage downward at all from the other side. You can see it from down here, but since it's so chaotic down here, a lot of people don't even notice that there's this straight path that goes right through here and up to here. And the button, like the hint said, is in the exact same place as all the rooms. Okay, so room 20 is basically parkour. You can see this is definitely getting lower right here, and there are starting to be gaps in the floor along with a lot more lava down there. So this room is definitely like parkour, just parkour jumps, so there is a few things I should talk about. The first one being is that you don't have to go around here, you can actually make this jump from right there, which is a big shortcut. And then, I believe there's another shortcut, you can actually go from there to there, but if you go from there to there, I think that matters. Plus that jump is easier. It's also, I think it might be possible to get from there to there, but I've never been able to do it. Okay, so I failed there. Let me get back down there. Alright, so I paused the recording for a second just to get back to this jump, because without the extra lag from recording, it's easier. This jump was a mistake. A lot of times, for some reason, when you make this jump, you get stopped halfway before you can make it there. I believe it's because of this right here, although I have no idea why, since you shouldn't be able to jump up that high. But I don't know if it'll happen here. It sometimes happens, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, you can see it right there, right? I ran into that and I fell down, so I have no idea why that happens. But it introduces something interesting, because I believe one of these holes you can actually fall down. Yeah, here we go, right here. There's another shortcut, so you can get right back here and try it again. And there you go, that's when I made it. So I don't know when that happens or why that happens, but it seems to happen randomly. But if you want to complete this room really easily, just fall down right there and land on that block. Then all I have to do is make it over here and push the button. Okay, so room 21. The drop here is again shorter. It used to be 3 blocks high, now it's 2. And there are more holes in the floor, as there will keep being more holes in the floor as we go on through these rooms. At this point, the blocks down here are gone. It's just the staircase, and if you look over there, you can see the button. Now, if you missed it, there was a button back here, right on the ceiling. And some people actually missed that, but what that button does, it just opens up a piston that lets some water down, and it goes over top of the lava and makes it into obsidian. So if you go up here, it's just, this was a source right here, and you can actually see the outside from here, which is a mistake I made in the map. But most people don't swim up there anyway, so it's no big deal. And with this water, you can make it over to this button pretty easily, which lets out another stream from right there. And again, with that one, I think you can swim up and see outside, but that's okay. And then this, if you hold control to sprint and then you jump into the air, you sometimes make it. I did not make it here, but whatever. Okay, and then there's a third button over here that lets down a water source right in the corner there. Right. If I can press it, there we go. Right there. This one's a bit farther away. I know you can make it. I think especially if you jump on top of this block. Jump here and then jump here using the momentum. I've seen people do it, and I think I did it myself once. But it's a lot easier once the water is actually there to just fall down right here. Then you can land on the corner of that block and get to the button. Okay, room 22. This room actually confused a lot of people. The block is now 1 drop, and there is definitely more holes in the floor. Alright, so this room, going down here, you can see that there's nothing here, and there's walls on either side. So now this, and if you drop down one of these holes, you can see the lapis block is right here, and there are actually 3 buttons. Well, you only saw 2 there, but there are 3 buttons around the room. There, and there. And they all do something. So if we press 1, the one over here, all you have to do is fall down and press it and then die. There you go. And once we press that one, if we go back to the stairs, you can see, if we look out here, that there's now a block right there. That wasn't there before. And if we press the other 2 real quick, so there's one over here, fall down here, press it there, and the last one's over there. And then we go back to the stairs without falling. Okay, and we go down here, there's a block here, there's 1 button, 2 from the buttons, and if I don't fall, there's a 3rd one from the buttons, and I don't know how to come back here, so I'm going to wait till, or I can just drive for the jump. Ready? Now. Yeah, okay, and then, since all the 30 blocks are there, you can press this button. Okay, room 23. This is more parkour. Let's see if I can do this while recording. So now there is no drop between this starting room and here, and there's more of the floor missing. And if we make our way across to the other side, you might have actually noticed that the gap between this door and that over there is getting smaller. So this is shrinking as well. So if you go down here, this leads to more parkour, like I said. And I don't know if we'll be able to make this while recording, but I'll try just because of how many people I saw fail at this. I might as well try it too. I mean, I did it. I may easily do it without recording, but I have to prove that, so let's try doing it while recording. Okay, so if you get up here, this is the halfway point. You can see that there's a lapis block right here behind this lava. So that's the hint for later. And if we come over here, keep going along the parkour. Oh, I might make this first try. Okay, this is a 3-block jump. Jump. Good. Okay, 2 blocks. Up. Sprint down. Jump and jump. Alright, if we get all the way over here, around the other side of the room, there's a button. The button just gives us an enchanted golden apple. And I should eat this quickly. That was really close. Okay. So that just gives us, when we eat it, fire resistance, a bunch of other effects. But fire resistance is the one we care about, because now we can get into this lava over here, so we can swim through and hit the button. Now, I've never been able to do this, but it is possible that you might be able to fall from that right there and press the button through the lava before you die. I tried it a few times, but I was never able to do it, and I never saw anyone else do it. But if you don't want to do parkour and you want to shortcut through this room, then that's a pretty good option. Alright, so when you get in here, button's just like right here, as you saw in the passage up there. And if we press it, all our effects get cleared, and we're on fire, and we move on to room 24. Okay, room 24, this is the last room we're going over this episode. This was another suggestion by Green11. Simply just put portal reference room, that's all this was, and this is indeed portal reference. You can see there's orange wool and blue wool. I was debating using water and lava to walk through, because that's, like, you know, orange and blue. But I just decided to use water and lava to make it less complicated. Okay, so this portal right here, the wool back here, I have no idea why this happens, but sometimes the wool is just missing. I have no idea. Like, I've seen some people it's there, some people it's not there. In fact, if I go through here, some people this wool is missing. It's not missing for me now, but I've definitely downloaded copies where I've seen it missing. So I guess it's some loading error. I did not forget to put this in, it just disappears on its own. But, okay, as you saw, after that, as you saw, when I stepped on the blue pressure plate, I got teleported to the orange one. And when I go back to the orange, I get teleported to the blue. So it's just like, you know, Portal, as in the Portal games by Valve. Yeah. And then over here, so this is just basically parkour with teleporting. That's all it is. And there's one last trick at the end that I should show. Okay, we're gonna do this, because I do not want to fail so many times. So just make it up here. Then you go over here. And you can see that there's a blue portal in there, and the button is right there if you walk through this passage. And then right here, this is the trick I'm talking about. This block, okay, well, I'm in creative. This block right here, you see the one I'm indicating, is a decoy. If you jump up here, this actually makes it a lot harder to make it. It is possible, but it is a lot easier to just jump to from right here, because this is obviously a ceiling thing, or whatever it's called. If we make it in here, press the button. And there's no clear inventory thing, because you're not supposed to get blocks. Okay, so that was episode 3 of my room-to-room tutorial. I hope I helped you in some of the rooms that were confusing. There were a lot in there, and there's a lot more confusing rooms coming up, so I hope you're looking forward to episode 4. My name is Silverlava, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.